This video is my June TBR video, and I meant to post it yesterday and I'm so sorry that I did not. The first book in my June TBR is a book that I'm a little bit more than halfway finished with already, and that is Highly Illogical Behavior by John Corey Whaley. And this book is about a young boy. He's 16, somewhere in that range, I believe. His name is Solomon Reed, and he is an agoraphobe. An agoraphobe is a word and a term that I wasn't really familiar with before I started reading this book. And an agoraphobe is simply someone who fears the outside world, and he hasn't left his house in 3 years. Enter Elisa Prater, who decides she's going to fix him. So that's what this book is about. There's a lot of good pop culture references in this book, and there will be a full review on this book coming to my channel very soon. Another book that I would like to get through in the month of June actually requires me to go buy another book, and that is The Rose and the Dagger by Renée Ahdieh. The Rose and the Dagger is the second book in a duology by Rose Ahdieh, and the first book is The Wrath and the Dawn. And this, from what I understand, is a Beauty and the Beast retelling. I'm really excited to dive into this book. I just need to get through the first book first, which I need to pick up still. This one was sent to me by the publisher, which was so sweet. 2 more books that I am planning to get through this month. One I started, I believe I began this actually on the 1st or the 2nd of June, and that is Thanks for the Feedback, The Science and Art of Receiving Feedback Well, Even When It Is Off Base, Unfair, Poorly Delivered, and Frankly, You're Not in the Mood by Douglas Stone and Sheila Heen. As most of you know who have watched my bookish goals for 2016, one of my bookish goals was to listen to / read an audiobook, and this was my first audiobook of this year. It's actually the first audiobook that I've listened to in quite a long while. We used to listen to them all the time when we were kids growing up, but I haven't really listened to audiobooks much as an adult. So this is me diving in and getting back into audiobooks. I'm on a quest to try to better myself as a human being, and reading nonfiction and reading more nonfiction is part of that, but also being a better receiver of feedback. When people give me feedback about myself, it happens at work, it happens with my friends, it happens with Emily, I want to be a better receiver of feedback. And this book is really interesting, and I'm liking it so far. The last book that I hope to get to this month, I received really out of the blue from Big Honcho Media, which I always love surprise book mail. This was so cool. And the book is called With Malice by Eileen Cook. So this book comes out on June 7, which is any day now, and the summary of this book is Jill and Simone's trip to Italy was supposed to be the adventure of a lifetime, until an accident leaves one girl dead and the other in a hospital bed with no memory. All bets are off when questions start coming in that suggest that the accident wasn't an accident. And I've already posted a picture to my Instagram, but it came with all kinds of crazy stuff inside it. There's this passport that's empty but covered with blood, and then there at the bottom there was this fingerprint chart that is pretty crazy. The craziest thing that was in this box of all, I think, though, is this evidence bag that is so legit. It has a key in the bottom and actual real live dirt. Can you guys see that? It seems kind of creepy and kind of cool and like a thrilling mystery. So since this book is out really soon, it's out on June 7, I'm probably going to pick this book up next. But there you guys go. That is my June TBR. It's actually kind of a lot of books. The audiobooks are convenient though, because I can listen to them while I'm driving or while I'm cooking or while I'm doing other stuff. So I can kind of squeak in those audiobooks while I'm doing other tasks. So I feel like I can read maybe a lot more that way. I kind of had a slump toward the beginning of May and just haven't read as much as I had been, so that's kind of disappointing, but I'm sure I will power through. I'm gonna stop rambling. You guys, that is my June TBR. Leave me a comment down below letting me know which book you want to see reviewed next out of this selection of books. Cool? Alright. Oh, also, before I forget, I just want to really quickly announce that if you haven't seen my Twitter and Instagram posts about it, Next week, I will be at the Southcenter Barnes & Noble Booksellers for the first annual Teen Book Festival. The festival is going on June 10 through 12 at Barnes & Nobles all around the country. You can find all of the info about this event down in the status below. Me and 4 other local booktubers are going to be on a panel that is essentially what is BookTube. So we'll be talking about things like TBRs, book hauls, favorite authors, and just general bookish talk. So if this is something that interests you, please do feel free to come out, say hello, ask your questions, and just kind of hang out with people who love books as much as you do. There will be events going on all day and all weekend, like I said. Things like author meet and greets, Q&As, author signings, and all kinds of fun activities. So be sure to check out the link down below. The Facebook page will have all of the information about this particular Barnes & Noble Teen Book event. But if you're not local, be sure to check out the Barnes & Noble website because they are hosting events like this. The Teen Book Festival is happening all around the country, so you can find out which store is hosting your local event. I hope to see some of you guys there, and I will see all of you in my next video on Tuesday. Bye! Imagined a better ending myself, and when I was reading a few reviews before I dove into this book, people